Okay, good morning out there. Let's make sure we are 5 by 5, as some folks in the military may say. Checking, checking. We're good. All right. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Resales. My name's Ryan. I get stuff from yard sales, garage sales, thrift stores, and similar venues and try to make a few extra bucks online. Uh, I like to broadcast, live stream, mostly Monday mornings around 8 a.m. Eastern. Right now it's 8:10. So usually between 8:30 Eastern on Mondays, and sometimes during the rest of the week if I have something important to say, something worth complaining about, or a really, really good sale. And it could be any of those. Usually sales. Okay, so today, 5 sales over the weekend. Small handful of finds, I think, over the past week or so. Nothing that blew the doors open. Bread and butter stuff. Nothing to get overly excited about, I think. Nothing that sold anyway. that I listed that I think I posted over the past week, maybe a couple things. But other than that, let's jump into it. So, and something, if you're a collector of anything, it's the type of thing you always run into. Particularly for in this situation, it's going to be toys related to sort of popular subjects. So anyway, let's start off. Where are we at? Low. What's the lowest? Okay. First up is really fun series by one of the things I think is probably should be worth a little bit more, but he prints so many things. Alcatraz and the Evil Librarians by Brandon Sanderson. If you like Mistborn, if you liked his work on the Wheel of Time series that he finished up for Robert Jordan, because he was the only guy who could probably pull it off, and that sort of genre is young adult, very good writing, really fun stories. And these two books, a hardcover and a paperback in the series, only went for $7.25, so they're really affordable. So that's what's going on with those. So glad to get them. I kind of held on to them a little bit long. It's one of those books, a couple of those books that every time I see Brandon Sanderson, I kind of grab them. And I usually sell his stuff. I still have a couple. He lots up really well. Like this would have been a great series to have all the books in this, like all 4 or 5 books in the series, and flip those. And that's where the money on a guy like Sanderson is. You get all the books in the series for $1 or $2, and you can flip them for 5 to 10 a piece, and it comes out pretty good. So that's what you go for. So anyway, next up, Hot Wheels. Love selling Hot Wheels. It's a bus. This is why would a Hot Wheels bus sell? Well, let's see. This is a Hot Wheels Rapid Transit bus from 1981. Really clean, good stickers, and it's just a early 80s example of decent Hot Wheels. So, and these still move. This one went for $10 shipped. So it was nice. I love Hot Wheels. It'll go in a 6x4x1 padded mailer, wrapped in a Ziploc bag, and go out and be fine. If I sell a $30-$40 one, yeah, I'll run I'll put it in a box and that sort of stuff. But that's what this was in. And then, that's what I got. That one of the things I like doing is if I can buy a big bag of Hot Wheels that have like good Hot Wheels, good Matchbox, and some of the higher brands, not the cheap little dinky dollar store cars that come in like 5 for $1 or something like that. Don't get those. But if you can get a bag for a quarter a piece with a bunch of realistic cars in it, you're going to find a couple of gems in there that may make it worthwhile, particularly if you have a venue to sell the rest on for inexpensively. Like I have a local flea market. I go to that. I go sell that 3 or 4 times a year, maybe a little. That's about. I think it's about where it works out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 been in here. I have 4 or 5 bins almost full of Hot Wheels cars that I've gone all the way through. And I'll buy a bag, and usually it's 2 or 3 cars you can pull out. I got 2 more right here sitting in front of me of cars that are worth flipping on eBay. They either are going to pay for the whole bag, maybe you find a gem in there that's worth a bunch of money. And then the rest, I can sell 50 cents a piece out of the flea market and come out really well. So that's how I handle that. So that's where things like this come from. It's $10 cars. I usually pull out if I think I can get more than $8 for a car, I'll pull it out and flip it. Otherwise, it kind of goes into I have another section like, okay, these are my dollar cars. That's kind of how that goes. So anyway, that's what that is. So get your smart wheels. Next up, I want to skip this one because I want to rant about it a little bit later. Okay, next up is had these for a little longer than I thought I would. This is a batch of Spanish language Bible study materials. 5 books that went for $14. I probably only spent $1 a piece on it, maybe less than that. And so that was Spanish language stuff does tend to sell. Sometimes you got to look up the title. And I think I had a couple things when I bought a stack of them. I was like, okay, they went for a little bit more. So I lighted those up and put them out. I think I had them late last year is when I got them. So nice to get rid of a stack of stuff sometimes. That's decent sale there. Finally, one good book sale. I got this at an estate sale a couple weeks ago. The Good Shepherd by C.S. Forster. This is a 1955 first edition. Dust Jacket's got some wear to it. But first edition C.S. Forster book. He read a lot of the Horatio Hornblower stuff. I don't think this is a Hornblower. This is a Hornblower book. Okay. This is Horatio Hornblower series. They lot up okay. It's one of those things that's been in continuous printing for a while, is the Hornblower series. But the old books do okay. So I got $20 for this one. So there you go. Finally, one sale. I think I've been sitting on this thing for 2 years, trying to get it moved. I haven't moved the price much, but this is a 1998 Hummer by Buddy L with working sounds and lights. Fits G.I. Joe's into it, as everything that should be this size should. I think this one aggravated me because I think this should be a $30 to $50. Late 90s G.I. Joe. Actually, there wasn't a ton of Hummers produced. I think there was one for G.I. Joe. Lennard for the Core series made a couple of Hummers, and then there's this one by Buddy L. This is actually, I thought a Hummer collector would have bought this. And I don't know that they didn't know about it, didn't look for it, the market's down or whatever. There's a guy, there used to be a handful of guys. There were like some sort of Hummer, Humvee collecting community. Maybe not. So that's why I thought this one, whoever got this, I think is getting a good, pretty good deal. It's $14. So thankfully you've got Ground Advantage now, which I really hope I switch this over to yes, Ground Advantage, to make this a lot more economical to ship than used to. So I didn't have to worry about keeping the price high on it. So this will probably ship $10 or less. And so I'll get my money back out of it. and hopefully it'll go to a decent collector. So that's my sales. Nothing glorious. Bread and butter stuff. 5 sales over the weekend, I think since Friday. So 2 sales a day, a little over 2 sales a day. That's my average. So nothing that I'm going to get sad about. So couple of finds. What we got here? This was interesting. This is a series I hadn't heard of. Junior Great Books. Like some classics up in there or something like that. There was apparently several series of this out there. So pick these up. It's like a $20 set maybe. So I'm putting that out. 2 interesting finds. Let me see where I got these for sale. So, and these need to go up on district today. So I'll put up on my district site, I think, later today. I'll see them while I look them up. Where'd you go? Really bump up. Big blades. Okay. Right next to each other. First one, this book, Ash Wednesday by Chet Williamson. I got this up for $15 on eBay. I'll probably drop it onto Oh, hey Kevin, good morning. I will probably drop this off onto the Stitch Smile. I'll tell you a second. Crooked Spine, not Stitch Smile. Stitch Smile is another buddy's thing. I'm going to drop this onto the Crooked Spine, probably for $10 total. This is one of those like 80s, 90s horror paperbacks. Embossed cover, creepy religious title to it. I think I actually bought this on Ash Wednesday, or real close to it. So this is going to be, this is in really good shape. This would be like a $20 book, and I think it would move really quickly. It's got your normal beat upness to it. So if you're a horror fan, this may be the type of thing you're really kind of looking for. So there's that. Next up, this is one I really wish was in good shape, because I think it would flip fast and I would be able to sell it. This is Spider-Man Super Thriller. It's a 1990s paperback from 97. It's a little beat up. Every copy on this right now before I got this one was like almost $30. I started this one at 20 to see if I could undercut everybody. There was like a comp sale in the 30s or something like that for the past 90 days, but there's only one that moved, but there's only like 3 for sale now on eBay. So that's what I'm going to put up, and I'll probably put this one up on Crooked Spine. I would say $15. So go over there, links below. There's a handful of us that are book flippers and resellers and that sort of thing, reselling a bunch of stuff, mostly related to sci-fi, fantasy, and horror. And that's where a bunch of my books wind up. I've got a couple sales there already over the past month. Like to get that up, but I need to actually post more stuff to sell. I got a lot of stuff listed there right now. Would love to find some more inexpensive stuff to put down there to offer people. I think it would be a better, more economic venue than selling some of it on eBay, because the site takes less money. I think it's only like 10%. So come see us at Crooked Spine. Otherwise, come check my eBay stuff out below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see y'all hopefully next week as we hopefully find more hopeful stuff to hopefully sell. Hopefully. Y'all be good.